What's going on, guys? It's your boy K-Star, back at it again with another review. Today we've got something totally random, as usual. Your boy's not been around much, he's just been working and powering on through life. But I'm on a bit of a Doctor Who hype at the minute. I've gone back to my childhood roots and I'm really feeling Doctor Who. So my latest impulse and craze are these Doctor Who minifigures. Obviously, we showcased the TARDIS Lego Ideas set a long time ago. Quite a while back, to be honest, but I've actually gone through and got all 13 Doctors in Lego / minifigure form. So this should be a pretty awesome video, to be honest, and I'm quite hyped about it myself. So before we get into it, can you like, subscribe, all that boring stuff that you do not want to hear from every tuber? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming back. And yeah, we'll get straight in without delay. Oh, and sorry, today our random item of the day is a random Sharpie black marker pen. So, as you can see here, we've got the three boys. We've got the Day of the Doctor setup, the TARDIS. We've got Matt Smith in his 2.0 outfit with the bow tie and the purple outfit. We've got David Tennant and we've got the War Doctor. So what we're going to do, though, is we're going to start from scratch and we're going to go from the first Doctor, Classic Who, all the way up in order. So we'll see these guys a bit later in detail and I'll be back with you guys. So guys, first up, I forgot to say, these figures, most of them are actually from a website called Minifigures.me. They're an awesome site. They do little custom figures, anything you desire. You can create your own, or they do like characters from TV shows and such, their own little custom versions. They are expensive, they're like $13 each. So I do not want to say how much I've spent on all these, but regardless, they are beautiful and they are very, very good. So check out their website if you do want to catch something. And we'll start off with the first Doctor. So they come in a little matchbox like this. You pop them out and then you get your figure inside. So what I've done is I've gone through and got some Lego shrapnel with some help from my little brother from my old Lego collection that he now has. And I went through and added a few extras. So first up, we've got the first Doctor, William Hartnell. And they've done a really good job here. So as you can see, absolutely beautiful figure. He's got his classic Doctor Who black coat, the little, I think it was a pocket watch or something that he wears around his neck. His like checkered shoes, his eyepiece, absolutely cool. His swept back white hair. From the Lego shrapnel, I added a cloak to match his look from, I think it was Twice Upon a Time when Peter Capaldi, the 12th Doctor and the first Doctor come, and I think that is absolutely awesome. When you buy the figure, it just comes with the figure itself and this little walking stick, but nonetheless, I really do think that's really cool. And another thing I added to this was, those fans of Classic Who will remember the killer ants from the, I can't remember what the name of the episode was, but I added 2 ants to match him, so you can have a little display of the giant ants from the planet attacking him if you want that extra effect, which is just for added detail if you want a bit of extra liveliness in your connection. But nonetheless, this is a lovely figure, and some of them even come with an alternate face. So he's got a face without the eyeglass, just with his smile, which I think is pretty dope, to be honest. Very nice. So that's our first Doctor there, William Hartnell. Absolutely awesome to start off with. The original Doctor, without him, we wouldn't have any Doctor Who. Next up, we have the second Doctor, labelled politely. And I think his name was Patrick Troughton. Sorry if I get any names wrong. I am not good with names. But nonetheless, this one is a really, really good one. So some of them aren't super accurate. But if I had to pick one that was incredibly accurate, it would be Patrick Troughton's second Doctor. He's got the suit, a bit more lively, a bit more colour than William Hartnell's era. His face, the hair, everything about him is just absolutely incredible. And the back, sculpted lovely. Just for little minifigures, these are just really awesome. And I got kind of like a lightsaber hilt and a see-through stud. And then you have the second Doctor's sonic screwdriver from the War Games, which is absolutely awesome. Is really nice. This one is probably one of the best that I've seen, to be honest. And definitely amazing quality. So these things are printed. I think the company prints them themselves. It is scratchable, so if you scratch it or get it wet too much, the paint will come off. So try and look after your figures. But nonetheless, they are really nice pieces for the display case. And if you're just a fan of Doctor Who overall, that's why I said, even though they are expensive for little Legos or to imitate Lego customs, then they are still amazing quality. And he also has an angry face if you wanted to switch it over. His stern second Doctor face, and of course his happy face that we all know and love. So he's number 2. We'll put him next to William Hartnell, the first Doctor. Very cool indeed. And we'll get straight on to number 3. So for the third Doctor, this is where it gets interesting. So there's 2 variants of this. There's the variants from Lego Dimensions, a custom version where he's got like a black cloak and a black and red cape at the back and white hair. But Minifigures.me actually just do this kind of basic design, which I don't mind. It's quite good. It's not amazing, but it's still quite nice. But it still captures him. So you have, I think his name was John Pertwee, maybe? I don't know. I can't. So don't quote me if I get these wrong. But the third Doctor was more of like an action kind of James Bond-esque Doctor who would fight and stuff hand to hand. But you have his classic like grey hair and his red suit. I've added like a black cape for extra effect and a fencing sword from one of the episodes where he fights the Master. And also, for extra effect, I've got a Lego spider from the spider episode with Sarah Jane back in the third Doctor's era. And you don't actually need this cloak. You can take the cloak off, and this is how the figure comes if you just have it normally, which is still quite nice. You have his early look where he has the red suit, all the details painted absolutely lovely, the bow tie, just everything about it very nice. And just the fencing sword and the spider for extra details. And you can pick up little accessories like this also from minifigures.me for an extra £1 or something, and they just add to the figures. But that is my one gripe with these. They are very expensive. As I said, they're like 13, 14 bucks for one. So I think what they should actually do is add a little extra to each one, either a sonic screwdriver or kind of like something like this, just to give it a bit of pop for your money if you are getting these. But they were kind enough to add 2 sonic screwdrivers in for me, which I can't argue with. They're awesome for that. But nonetheless, yep. He also has an alternate head sculpt, like a worried stern look, which is also cool. So yeah, that is the third Doctor. Hopefully his name is John Pertwee, otherwise I've failed, and it'll be quite embarrassing. But nonetheless, we're on to the next one. Next, we have a very famous entry, which is probably going to be most people's favourite. And this guy is in the form of the very famous Tom Baker. So this one is extremely epic, and to be honest, probably, if not one of my favourites overall. So unfortunately, when you get him, he doesn't come with this. I've actually made this myself with the 2 Lego pieces and the red stud and the silver stud at the bottom. So you got his classic sonic screwdriver, and I've grabbed a hat from the Indiana Jones Lego figure. But when you add it all together, you get an awesome, awesome representation of Tom Baker. So if I just take these 2 accessories off, you get his nice smile, his fluffy kind of curly brown hair, you get his scarf. Absolutely incredible. Very nicely done. This one is a bit faded because there's more details to colour on this guy, but nonetheless, he's very cool. I really do like him. Very nice. And you also get a stern, worried face as well. You want to swip his head over, but I like the happy face. And then if that's not all, if you want to make this extra accurate to the Doctor Who series, you can add K9, the robot dog, just to add that extra zap. And I think that is so cool. So you can have Tom Baker, the Fourth Doctor, with his cool hat and his sonic screwdriver, and K9 together, looking absolutely incredible. And it's so charming. That's why I love these things. They are very expensive, as I've said, but nonetheless, they are really nice. So just one more look at Tom Baker. Very cool. Very cool indeed. So yeah, we won't babble too much because again, this is taking longer than I thought it would because there's so much to cover and look at. So next, we have the Fifth Doctor in the form of Peter Davidson. And this one is probably maybe the best, most accurate one other than Patrick Troughton, the Second Doctor. He's just incredible. So as you can see, he's got his kind of like cricket outfit. Even the question marks, I don't know if you can see that there on the collar. His kind of cardigan, his leak at the side there. Very, very awesome. Very awesome. All the way around. And it's just charming in general. And then if that's not only, you turn his head over and he's got his glasses that he occasionally uses in the series, which is very good. So, to be honest, I don't even think you need accessories with this one. But I've given him a few bits nonetheless. So, again, I kitted up it with the help of the Lego shrapnel. I gave him a sonic screwdriver. A classic red silver sonic screwdriver, which is really cool. He can also have a Cyberman blaster from the Invasion episode where the Doctor never uses guns apparently, but in this one he like blasts a Cyberman with a gun. So Cyberman blaster, which is quite cool. He also can have a sword from the episode where he's in medieval times. I can't remember the name of it, classic Doctor Who, but he goes to medieval England and the Master's there posing as like a demon or something, and they all think he's a demon, and he has a sword fight with one of the kings in medieval times, and I think that is awesome. I really like that. Quite cool. And then finally, an apple. This is very random, but at the end of the day, in one of the episodes, he says, an apple a day keeps the Doctor, oh, never mind. So I just thought that was quite charming. Very, very nice. So yeah, quite a few accessories for this guy. Quite a few. And sorry, I forgot to mention with this one, this is the hair it actually comes with. So Minifigures.me gave it this hair, which is still, that is probably more accurate. He comes like this. However, I just think he looks too childish like this. So because they didn't give him like a line under his mouth to make him look a bit older, he just looks like a smiley kid when he's like that. So I spent a bit extra and bought this, which I thought this makes him look a bit older and a bit more accurate to the Lego Dimensions game version. But nonetheless, very accurate. Like, he would probably be a 9 out of 10 in terms of minifigures. So, yeah, very cool. Clip the sword in his hand. And go on to the next one, because time is ticking on. I can't believe how long this is taking, but I didn't expect it. Now, the next entry is a bit harder, so it's kind of... This is the entry of the Sixth Doctor, Colin Baker. So I'm going to get him out. There's not much I could really do for him. I didn't really know much about this Doctor, but I do like him. I've seen a few of his episodes. So Colin Baker, obviously everyone knew him as like the kind of crazy, unstable, wacky Doctor. In his first appearance, he kind of like strangled somebody, I think. The Perry, I think it was. So people kind of got put off him, but he was like a really crazy, eccentric version of the Doctor. And in contrast to his kind of dark personality, he has like a proper clown suit. But this is another one that is very, very accurate. So as you can see, the 2 question marks, the colours, the undervestment, just everything about him. The textures are really nice on this one, actually. They've done really nicely. And it's printed on the back. Very cool. So you have his like crazy menacing eyes and his slight smile. And then if you turn the head round, you get like his angry face. I think they could have done a bit better on this one, really. So they could have, on the face anyway, like made him like smile a bit more. They kind of just reused the Patrick Troughton Second Doctor face on this one. They could have give it like its own personal smile, but I understand why they do this. And accessories wise for him, I just gave him another sonic screwdriver. I know the Sixth Doctor doesn't use the sonic very often. He uses a sonic lance. So that was the best I could do. I got like a darker grey for the hilt and then the red laser for the top. And then if you don't want that, he's sometimes seen with a Lego umbrella. So I just gave him a Lego umbrella, which I think's quite charming actually. So that's another pretty dope one. He's not everyone's favourite Doctor, but he's still part of the original cast. Colin Baker, the 6th, but I like him. And I love that intro where he regenerates from kind of Peter Davidson. So let's move him out of the way. And he goes, we got our regeneration fill in here. So he goes whoosh. And then he regenerates into 6. And then Perry says, Doctor, what happened? And he's like, change, my dear. And it seems not a moment too soon. So yeah, something like along those lines anyway, don't quote me. But yeah, anyway, that's the 6th Doctor, Colin Baker. So guys, next on the list, we have the 7th Doctor. And for some reason, his name escapes me. Oh, I think it's Sylvester McCoy, I think that was his name. So this is Sylvester McCoy, the 7th Doctor. Again, quite a simple design, but still quite effective. So you have Sylvester McCoy here looking absolutely awesome. He has his generic stoic face. It's a shame on this one because all the other classic Doctors got like an alternate head sculpt, but for whatever reason they didn't give one to Sylvester McCoy. And Sylvester McCoy smiles a lot because he's like a silly guy. He's a bit comical. So I was surprised they didn't give him like an alternate head sculpt. That really surprised me. But nonetheless, I gave him like a kind of cowboy hat. He does come with the cream one, but it doesn't really match him, the one that Minifigures.me sends him with. So I gave him this kind of one that matches his suit, even though it should be like a cream colour. But nonetheless, I'm not going to put it on his head because he's got these headpiece there. And he also comes with an umbrella. So, oh yeah, and if you don't want that accessory, that's you buy that extra, then you can create kind of an open umbrella for extra effect, a bit like the 6th Doctor. Quite a cool thing you got going there. So if you're a fan of Sylvester McCoy, I did actually like his era. I liked Ace, the companion. She was absolutely awesome. So yeah, if you like Sylvester McCoy, the 7th Doctor and Ace, this is the figure for you. Absolutely lovely. And as you can see, the little articulated details, like his tie and the question marks on his jumper. Absolutely awesome. So another charming one there, guys. Very, very nice indeed. Next, we have the 8th Doctor. So, I'm not very familiar with the 8th Doctor. I think his name's Paul McGann. I don't know. If I got it wrong, I'm very sorry. And you'll have to forgive me. But nonetheless, he's still a well-known Doctor. He has a cool outfit. He has long brown hair. It is shorter in the... There's like a special episode. He has like a mini episode for himself. It's called Night of the Doctor, where he regenerates just before into the War Doctor. But nonetheless, he has a really nice green posh outfit. He has his happy expression. And he even comes with this stoic expression. So if you wanted to swap this face out for Sylvester McCoy at any point, you could use this, I suppose, if you really wanted to. Very nice figure. I gave him a shiny sonic screwdriver to match his one in the TV movie, which I've never watched. So if you guys are a fan of Paul McGann's 8th Doctor, I don't even know if that's his name. You'll have to quote me on it, but I'm so sorry if it's not. Please forgive me, guys. But nonetheless, it's a really nice figure, and I had to have it to complete the Doctors, because you can't miss one when you're a Doctor Who fan. So another very nice one if you're a fan of this Doctor, the 8th, from the TV movie, or the Night of the Doctor special. This is definitely the Doctor for you. Absolutely incredible and very nice looking. Next on the list, we have probably some of the people's most favourite, some, not others, is the 9th Doctor, Christopher Eccleston. And this guy is amazing. So I first got introduced to Doctor Who when I was a nipper, when I was about 9 years old from this guy. When the episode Rose with the shop window dummies, everybody knows it, everybody remembers. So this guy, he just comes with his normal greaser kind of U-boat captain leather trench coat, his blue shirt which they mastered, and the best they could do to make it like the Lego Dimensions version was give him swept back black hair. I think it's actually dark brown, so if they could have gone with a dark brown instead, that would have been more accurate and better. But nonetheless, it's very cool, and it matches the 9th Doctor. And I even gave him a banana accessory, because in the episode with the gas mask zombies, he swaps Jack's sonic blaster out for a banana, and he says, "Don't drop the banana, it's a good source of potassium. Bananas are good." So I just thought that was an extra awesome thing that they added there. Very, very cool indeed. And then also I made a sonic screwdriver for him, so he has his famous blue sonic screwdriver there, which is very, very, very cool indeed. He has his stern face for when the Doctor occasionally gets angry, which is quite cool also. But regardless, I like his little cheeky smile, which is very, very cool. So that's the 9th Doctor, Christopher Eccleston, in all his glory. Might be a favourite, I'm not sure. So yeah, that's him, and sorry about the backing noise. I think someone's just started doing car work and engines outside, guys, so it's probably going to ruin the video, but nevertheless, we're already too far now. So we've got to keep going, unfortunately, guys, even with the backing noise. So next, we have probably everyone's favourite Doctor, I'd say, and that's the 10th Doctor, and he's the famous David Tennant, of course. For David, he actually comes with his pinstripe suit, which is very, very awesome. Very, very awesome indeed. His famous tie, his smirk, like his sideways smirk, and his spiky 10th Doctor hair. And everybody knows this Doctor. If you see this, you fully understand it's the 10th Doctor, which is absolutely incredible. I also got sent a multi-tool for him from minifigures.me, and I put a black stud on the bottom to make it look more accurate, like his sonic screwdriver, just with 9th. But nonetheless, this is a beautiful figure. The only letdown for me on mine is that, I don't know if you can see that, but the sideburns are a bit faded on mine, but that's not really an issue. But I'm just disappointed that there's no stern face for him. I've seen a bit less good quality versions of this figure with a stern face on the back, but I think it's because he had the sideburns. But they could have just included like other sideburns there, and you could have had like a stern face. So that did let me down a little bit, but nonetheless, this is a beautiful one, and without doubt, I reckon this will be a fan favourite. And guys, I will put timestamps to all the Doctors in the description down below, so if there is a Doctor you specifically want to skip to, your personal favourite, or that you're interested to see, maybe you just want to grab one for your display, then that is okay too. You can do that. Next, as we trail to the end, we've got the 11th Doctor. And now the 11th Doctor, for me, Matt Smith, is a funny subject. So this is actually from the Lego Ideas set that we reviewed before. Double-sided faces, absolutely awesome, in his suit here. And I do like this one because I prefer David Tennant in like the brown suit, so having Matt in his brown suit is absolutely awesome. And it's interesting because when I was a kid, I used to love David Tennant the most, but as I got older, I couldn't cope with Matt Smith at first. I was so toxic towards him when he first became the Doctor, but then I watched an episode with the Weeping Angels, and then Matt Smith became my favourite Doctor of all time. So, yep, Key's favourite Doctor of all time is Matt Smith. I don't know if I've mentioned that before, but 11 is really cool, and he even comes with a fez, so absolutely awesome. And what's even better about Matt is you can give him an alternate look, as we've seen earlier. So here's Matt in his 2.0 costume, the purple, from the Christmas special episodes, Day of the Doctor, and the series is when Clara Oswald, my favourite companion from New Who, comes into the mix. And I've added like a movie star brown hair to him, and a Lego bow tie courtesy of the shrapnel. So yeah, I think that just looks absolutely awesome. So you can have the two looks for Matt if you really want to. You can have his classic Amy Pond outfit, or you can have the slightly darker, more kind of gritty version of Matt, which is my personal favourite, to be honest. So that's Matt Smith in his purple attire. So very cool indeed, very cool figures, but it is nice just to have this version of him as well. So yeah, Key's favourite Doctor, the 11th, Matt Smith. So that has a lot of charm, I must admit. I really do like that one. As we go on to our next Doctor, we have the War Doctor. So you'd expect 12 next, but no, we're going to go with the War Doctor for this one. So he was in the special Day of the Doctor and Night of the Doctor with the 8th. It's when the Doctor that destroys Gallifrey and the Daleks together to end the Time War. The Doctor that everyone is scared of, and he doesn't even mention, and he tries to erase the memory himself. So he's quite a cool Doctor. He comes in like a brown, gritty cowboy gunslinger outfit, but nonetheless, it is very, very awesome and detailed. Again, be careful because you don't want to scratch any of that off because it will ruin it, and you'll be very, very sad. So I gave him his War Doctor sonic screwdriver with the 2 red bits at the bottom. I also gave him the Moment. So it's not amazing, it should be all gold, but I've got a Lego crystal from the shrapnel, a golden kind of fez piece, and I'll just put it on a twisting, rotating kind of box thing. So there you go, you have the War Doctor with the Moment, wondering if he should destroy the Daleks and the Time Lords, and I think that is quite a crazy effect to have, to be honest. Very cool. So if you wanted that, you can always do that. You can also take the golden bit off and just have it as the box with the crystal, but I think more effectively with the golden piece, it looks a lot better. So that was just a little custom idea I did for him. So that's very cool with his sonic screwdriver. So that is the War Doctor. Maybe his name is John Hurt, I'm not sure. I know he's an actor from Harry Potter. That's all I know about him. But he was very cool in that episode. Very savage. It was good to see the War Doctor in action when he says, "Doctor no more." So, yep. That's the famous War Doctor. John Hurt, or whatever his name is. I can't remember. As we come to our climax, so we have 2 Doctors left. We have Peter Capaldi, the 12th. Very cool. I didn't like him at first when he got introduced, but after I saw his episodes, he really did grow on me. This is his Lego Dimensions look. Very, very awesome indeed. Just the blue suit with the red tassels. I prefer his red suit, and you can get that over at minifigs.me. As we've said, they do a custom one where you can get Peter Capaldi in his kind of red jacket from the later seasons, but with the Lego Dimensions pack, you actually get a sonic screwdriver, and the only time you can get this sonic screwdriver is from the Lego Dimensions Doctor Who pack or the Lego Ideas set, and those are both very pricey. Probably worth getting the Lego Dimensions set if you want this figure. Just Peter Capaldi, no extra face or anything like that, but very cool nonetheless. Very cool indeed, and I really do like this one. It's good to have in the collection. But what more, if you have the Lego Ideas set, you actually get the purple outfit. This is how you get the official Matt Smith purple outfit in the Lego Ideas set. And this is when he takes his bow tie off and he first regenerates into Peter Capaldi. So, as you can see, and that's why I grabbed this Matt Smith, because he kind of takes this bow tie off and then regenerates into this one, and that's why he has the purple kind of dark eerie suit. So this one is a very, very nice figure to have, and I was happy they included it in the Lego Ideas set. It was definitely worth getting. The purple is one of my favourite colours, contrasted with the black and the golden pocket watch. Very awesome. And this is the official body, not the custom like third party one that are over there that's a bit faded. As you can see, the quality's not as good, but I keep the original body on Peter Capaldi as it comes, because he was official Lego. So very, very cool. Very cool indeed, again. So, yep. Peter Capaldi, the 12th Doctor, if he's your favourite, this is the one you'll want to grab. He comes in the Lego Dimensions set with K9. So he actually comes with K9 in the set. So that's how you get K9 as well. So very awesome. And finally, we've got a wrap up on the 13th Doctor, the controversial Doctor, the female Doctor. So me included, in myself, I wasn't a major fan of Jodie Whittaker, should I say. She's alright, she's okay, but for me, she wasn't really my favourite Doctor. She has some good, really good episodes, and especially the latest one, the Sea Devils, is very beautifully made. But I have to say, this figure is so cute. So I don't know what it is about this figure, but it is actually one of my favourites. They put maximum effort into this one for some reason, more so than some of the others. So I've just given her her sonic screwdriver, her yellow, like new and improved sonic screwdriver with a custom lightsaber hilt and the yellow stud on top, so that adds to the effect. But I also gave her a pirate sword from the Sea Devils. So I just think she's so cool. And then what more as well, if you turn this round, you actually get her steampunk goggles, which is so cool, from the first episode. So this is a very awesome figure to have. If you do like Jodie Whittaker and you do enjoy her portrayal of the Doctor, then I would highly recommend this, because the quality of this one is just insane. It really is. And the cute little glow in her eyes and a little smile. She just looks so positive and cool. So yeah, a very beautiful figure this one is. She has her dungarees, her t-shirt, her shorts, everything about it. And this little coat, which is quite flimsy. It's hard to kind of get in place, and it's quite tight, but nonetheless, some people don't like this cloak, but I think it matches her really well, and it just adds some extra oomph to the figures. So very, very good, very nice. So with that, guys, that is all 13 Doctors. Well, not even 13 Doctors, way more. Let's say 14 actual Doctors and then other costumes in Lego form. Very cool. From one classic Who all the way up to modern Who with Jodie Whittaker. Very awesome, every single one of them. And they are beautiful to have. They cost a lot, but my impulse has been kind of sorted with this set. And I'm so happy to have every single one of these in my collection. So I'm sorry about that super lengthy video, guys. As I said, all links will be in the description down below. I hope you enjoyed these. If you did, maybe head on over to minifigures.me, as you can see right there. Grab something that you like. They have all sorts on there. Make a custom. And if you are a Doctor Who nerd like me and you've got some money to waste, definitely pick some of these up. Even if you just pick up your favourite Doctor, they even have their own custom Matt Smith on that website as well, not from the Ideas set. And they have all these as I've shown here, and you can always add some extra Lego shrapnel and little parts to make them a bit more lively in the collection. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry it was an extremely long one. It's going to take so long to edit. Everything went wrong when it didn't need to, but I really enjoyed making it, to be honest, guys, and it reawakened my Doctor Who nostalgia and love, and it was so awesome. So yeah, so happy that you came down, guys. Thank you for tuning in. In the comments down below, tell me your favourite Doctor out of the classic series or the modern series, or just who is your favourite in general. Please like, subscribe, notifications, all that boring stuff that you don't want to hear. And just stay safe, drink all your water, drink your milk, be wholesome people, and keep collecting cool things to keep your mind occupied. And as always, Jodie Whittaker, Matt Smith, David Tennant, and all the other Doctors here say stay safe and keep collecting.